Okay, if I may have your attention, I'd like to call this special meeting of the Scioto County Republican Central Committee to order. The purpose of this special meeting is to appoint a county commissioner to fill the vacancy created by the passing of County Commissioner Kathy Poland. Certainly we miss her, and I think thinking just as we do everything that we do here this evening, I think certainly that we should do it, and certainly in her honor tonight. This official duty, this duty that we have of this appointment, is an official duty that is given to the County Central Committee by Ohio Revised Code Section 305.02. According to the same revised code section, this evening's appointment will last basically through the end of next year, the end of 2026. So I would hope the person that we appoint here tonight, assuming that they want to stay in that job as county commissioner, they would need to file next spring for the next year's primary. For county commissioner, they need to run in the fall and hopefully be reelected, and they would be elected to complete the final 2 years of Kathy's term. And then at the end of that 2 years, they would have to run again, assuming that they would want to, for a 4-year term. And Scotty Powell, I know I saw you here somewhere. You can tell her you just did that just in the last 5 years. You just went through that whole cycle. So that is, if you are the appointee tonight, that's what you have to look forward to. I would call your attention to the agenda. I know many of you have those. We're going to open up with our prayer and pledge, as we always do. So we'll be led in prayer tonight by Don Hammond, and David Otworth will lead us in the pledge. Would you all please stand? We'll start with our prayer and then the pledge. Don?
Our Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight, Lord. We're asking, Lord, and inviting you and your presence into this meeting tonight. God, for we know that you rule in the affairs of men. God, even to the pointing of kingdoms and bringing down kingdoms. But God, tonight, this is a very important thing for our county. And we ask, Lord, that you would give us a person of righteousness, Lord, that will look after this county the way it's supposed to be looked after. Mighty God, we will give you all the glory, the honor, the praise for this. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. This time we're going to call on our Central Committee Secretary, Rebecca Clark, to call the roll for our attendance this evening.
Please tell me when you're here. We do need a complete count for this evening. Laura Davis. Here. Dan Lotel.
Here.
Rebecca Clark. Here. Carrie Jenkins.
Here.
Mark Hunter.
Here.
Tim Angel.
Here.
Brady Womack.
Here.
Mike Bennett.
Here.
Will Moe.
Here.
Chris Neff.
Here.
Kelly Hunter.
Here.
Jerry Payton. Mike Payton.
Here.
Diana Hiles. Merritt Smith.
Here.
Mike Allard.
Here.
Randy Zimmerman. Here. Julia Gearhart. Here. Don Hammond.
Here.
Kevin Pratt.
Here.
Darren Oliver.
Here.
Kevin Gilroy.
Here.
Connie Borders.
Here.
Keith Outward.
Here.
David Outward.
Here.
Justin Mazzulli.
Here.
Randy Rucker.
Here.
David Thurman. Rory Carter. Brian Davis.
Here.
Ryan Caesar.
Here.
Dale Didway.
Here.
Blaine Didway.
Here.
Cindy Newman. Here. Linda Lambert. Courtney LeBrun. Here. Carrie Coon. Here. Nathan Davis. Adam Jones.
Here.
Chad Sayer.
Here.
Richard Craycraft.
Here.
Henry Lowe. Kenneth Eastet.
Here.
Russ Porter.
Here.
Eric Horsley.
Here.
Andy Copley.
Here.
Sean Stratton.
Here.
Mike Davis.
Here.
James Race. Donna Daniel. Here. Jennifer Johnson. Here. Beth Malone. Here. Lloyd Eichelov.
Here.
David Newton.
Here.
Carol Lilly.
Here.
Rachel Duncan.
Here.
Karen Queen. Here. Dane Maple. Sandy Belford. Here. Alex Moore.
Here.
George Crump.
Here.
Robin Coleman. Kathy Schubert. Anna Davis. Here. There's 54 present.
Okay, that's what we got as well. Just wanted to do a confirmation, there's 54 of us here this evening, just for your information. We do have 64 full seats in our Central Committee, so 54 here this evening, so that certainly is well above a quorum. So I want to thank you, committee members, for making the effort to be out here this evening. Should go ahead and just comment on, we're going to be talking here in a minute. What I'm going to do here next is kind of review the process that we're going to be going through this evening. I know I can do that in my head, but I'm going to do it on my calculator. So we're going to be talking here in a little bit. We're going to be voting. And that same Ohio Revised Code section that gives us the authority to do this also very clearly states that the winner will be the candidate who receives a majority of the votes of the members who are present this evening. So you probably already done the math. We do a 54 divided by 2. Gives us our 27, that's half, so that means a majority this evening would be 28 members, 28 votes. So keep that in mind, that that's what we're going to be shooting for tonight. I might add, I know several of our members are away, they're out of town this evening, they let me know if they couldn't be here. And I just have to share this, our good sheriff texted me just a little bit ago, he said, I'm chasing a criminal around Wheelersburg, I think is how he put it. And I suggested that criminal may end up being at our meeting this evening. But I said, please, I know we're going to be, hearing from our candidates. I said, if you can get here late at all, I hope that you'll do that. So, maybe we'll see him come in later. I know he was planning on being here this evening. So, just to remind you, tonight, voting is for elected committee members only. As you know, we do have something we call committee members at large. Those at large members do not have voting rights for this evening in this meeting. So it is only for elected committee members only. And basically, that was the list that Rebecca just read. This evening, we have 12 candidates that we're going to be considering for this appointment. First, I want to say to the candidates how much I appreciate your interest in this position. I tell you, I really am pleased at not only the quantity of ones that we have that are interested, but also the quality. I think it really speaks highly, and you're going to, I know a lot of you have received letters, you're going to hear from them, but I think it speaks very highly of the good condition of our party, not only today, but I think in the years to come. And I'm very, very excited about that. Candidates, this evening you'll be given 5 minutes to speak to the committee. Alex here, he's going to be keeping time. At the 4-minute mark, he will just say to you 1 minute, so you'll know you have a minute left. You need to wrap it up. Of course, he'll let you know when your 5 minutes is up. We are going to be going in alphabetical order, so I guess I would ask that you would, kind of be ready when your time's coming up. We'll try to keep this moving as quickly as possible. I know we discussed this at our last regular meeting, but just to remind you here tonight that there will be no questions that will be permitted during this time that they will be speaking. I will introduce you to each candidate to have you come up to the microphone. After we've heard from all of the candidates, then we will vote. So the vote will be by roll call. So Rebecca will be doing that roll call. She'll just read through the roll in the same order that we normally do, that she just did a few minutes ago. When she calls out your name, then you will just verbally tell us the person that you wish to vote for. We would just ask a couple things during that. We'd ask committee members, please speak clearly. And also, those of you who are guests this evening, during that time, if you could please just be quiet so we can hear those votes. What we're doing up here, there's 4 of us, 4 of your officers this evening. We are all, we've actually decided to do it. The 2 ladies on the end, they're going to be writing down the name next to your name that you call out, that you vote for. Alex and I are going to be just doing tally marks. We've got listed the candidates. We're going to be doing tally marks. So when we do complete the vote, what you will see me do is I'll total mine, I'll check with Alex, I'll check with Rebecca, I'll check with Sandy, make sure all four of us agree on that total. I'm sure probably many of you are probably keeping track as well. But before I announce it, we'll make sure that we're all four in agreement, so that's how we're doing that this evening. That majority number, what was that again? 28. So if a candidate, so that's what our goal is tonight, is to get a winner. That winner will be the one who reaches the 28 votes. It is possible that one of the candidates could get 28 votes in the first round of voting. If they do, they are the winner. They are the appointee. I think when you have this many candidates, I think it's probably likely that we do not see someone hitting that majority mark in the first round of voting. If we do not have anyone hit that majority, then we will do a second round of voting. What we will do is we'll take the top four people get the most votes, and then we will vote again for one of those four. Now I tried to think of every scenario through all of this, and I think it is possible that we could have a tie for fourth place. And, for example, the votes could be 10, 9, 8, and then 3, 3, 3, or 4, 4, 4. That could happen. If that happens, what we would do is we would, if there are two people that tie for that fourth place, we would carry both of those over to that next round. I think that's the correct thing to do, the fair thing to do. We'll vote then on those four, again, by roll call vote. If no one, obviously if someone gets a majority in that round of voting, we will declare them the winner. If we do not, we will vote again. We will take the top two candidates from that round. We will move into a third round of voting again, roll call vote, and then hopefully on that one, we will get a winner. If we get a tie on that one, we'll talk about that. Hopefully we get I will try, and you guys remind me, if you see a member come in late during the speaking, please let one of us know, or make sure they let me know, because obviously we'll need to adjust that number if they do come in. So first, before we get into the speaking, let me ask our candidates this evening. Do you have any questions for me before we begin this? Any questions at this time that you would have for me? All right, committee members, do you have any questions for me at this time?
At what point would a late arrival be too late to vote?
After we would have, it's a great question. At what point would a late arrival committee member would it be too late to vote? I would suggest the voting would be done after that roll is completed. Would be my thinking. That would be basically when, I think in general, and I kind of looked at this in Robert's Rules of Order on things like that, and that in general, when the voting is done, when we start tallying votes, that's when it would be too late to vote, I think. I think if they happen to miss their place, say they're in Clay, and we're down at somewhere at the bottom of the list, and they walk in, I think it would be fair to let them vote if they wanted to at that time, because we would not be complete with the entire
Only
vote.
during the first round.
I think any round. I think any round. If they may not want to, because they missed everything, but I think they're entitled to that. Any other questions of our committee members? Okay, if not, then grab my list. So we'll start with our candidates. So Matt Bennett, you are up first this evening. So I'd like to welcome you this evening, and basically start this time with your remarks. All right.
Hello, my name is Matt Bennett. I'm from West Portsmouth, Forest Park. I've lived here all my life. Just enjoy drinking my own pool and enjoying everything in the county. I've never ran for any kind of office in the county, and office at all. But I've seen on Facebook that the position needed to be filled, and I thought, why not put my name out there? I work for Spectrum. I work for sales rep. I deal with businesses daily. I understand their needs. They need fast internet. They need leadership. They need basically guidance, in a sense. I think I can work with the businesses. I do one thing. I listen. When they speak, I like to listen to what they're saying. Every business is different. Every business needs different things. The community needs different things. There's going to be things coming down the pipeline. I thought I was talking on. Sorry. Can you hear me right now? Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Basically, the community needs things. We're going to be facing possibly a tax. That we're going to lose on property taxes. that issue's gonna come up. There's a lot of issues. Now, I do plan, if I do get elected to get this, I do plan on running again. That is my exact goal. Like I said, I'm new at this. I'm not like some of the people who have been in office before. So I'm a little funky and wise. But I think that I can do the job. Like I said, I've worked in communications. I've been doing it for 27 years. So I have a lot of knowledge of business, communications mostly. Like our does, with their internet service out there, wherever it is. I've worked with that daily. I do installations for that. So I understand the concept of it and what people need. There's a lot of things in this county that need to be updated. Like when I was coming in today, I worked in Columbus and currently, and as I was coming in, I noticed there was a lot of things inside here since you come into the county. We have a sign on the side of the road that sits there. It says Shawnee State Memorials. It has Shawnee Forest. You can't even see them. They're completely covered. How's anybody supposed to know that? That should be trimmed down where people can see it. We have things here in this county that people want to see, but can't cover them up. There's a lot of things that we have removal trash and stuff. We have a lot of drug houses that are for rehabs that are in people's communities they don't even know about. One statement was that we have more than what Columbus has. That needs to be taken care of. We need to sit there and argue with our state legislators and make them change something. Something has to change. Columbus should not have a many side of the county. And I understand we were at this, when we started, it started. But things need to change. And like I said, I love to listen to people, listen to what they have to say. I don't know every answer. I don't bet that I know every answer. I don't think I know every answer. But if I don't know it, I'll find the answer and give you the correct answer. The best I can. But besides that, I mean, I love the job. I'd like to be back here in this county full time. See people, get to meet people. That's one of the things I do. People go around and speak to people constantly. Walk with businesses and walk through neighborhoods. There's a lot of social programs here in the town that have changed. One I was informed of was the advocates for the juveniles. That was changed in the county. There's a lot of things we need to do. So if you give me a chance, I would like to prove myself. I know I sound a little nervous here because, like I said, this is my first time in front of people. Like I said, I served in the military. I've got a long lifetime residence here. Raised my family. So I'd like this time to get back to the community.
Thank you, Matt. Next up, we have Kevin Clausen.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity to speak with everyone this evening. It's a great opportunity to speak to you about why, and in my heart, why I'm here, why I want to be on the ballot, why I want to present myself before all of you. I am Kevin Clausen. I've lived in Scioto County all my life. We briefly had moved away and came back in 2017. And in 2017, we wound up back in the same home here on Tinland Road in Portsmouth, where we had begun. And with all of that going on, my wife and I, what we had done, we began to pray, and we were truthfully just wondering, why are we here? Our children are, both of them around the Columbus area, and we have 3 grandsons, a son-in-law up there. And so it's been a natural thing over the years that we've seen so many people leave Scioto County. But we believe in all our heart we were called back to Scioto County, Portsmouth specifically. So around 2017, we returned here. When we returned here, we knew we needed to be involved. We knew it was important that we start doing things to help our community, to make a difference in this area, to do the necessary things that would change what we want here and what should be here. One of the things I've seen, I was a graduate of Portsmouth High School in 1977. Might tell you my age a little bit to let you know where I come from. I've been here a long time. And of course, after my marriage, I wound up living. We were in Portsmouth. We then graduated from Portsmouth West, moved back to Portsmouth, got married, became a pirate for a while, went to Lucasville, jumped over to Medford for a while. I think I've caught just about all of them by the time I'm done. So I am very familiar with what we do here. But so you know a little bit about me, yes, and 44 years of marriage and a wonderful wife, and I'm very thankful for it. My faith is very strong. I'm a follower of Jesus. I love him with all my heart. I'm going to do that. I believe in integrity, I believe in honor, and I believe more than anything in character. I don't want to argue with people, but I want to stand in character. We need to walk in character, do those things that we've been called to do, and do our very best to do them together. To go for a win-win in every circumstance. Today it's a little bit different. I'm a real estate agent. I've also run a small business myself. Prior to all of that, in 2013, I left the egg plant after 28 years, so I'm very experienced in the egg plant. I'm very experienced under the federal laws. My last job there was actually as an auditor, a senior construction manager. Guess what we got to do? Check all the projects out for the Department of Energy. After that, I wound up starting a property management business myself, moved to Virginia, came back from Virginia. Now today, I'm also a real estate agent. I also handle property management. And in all of that, today I'm also doing what we call Refuge. We have a small place here in Boston at Refuge, and what we do at Refuge is help a lot of recovering drug addicts to bring the community together, to open ministries. There's so many of these guys that don't get any help after they get our treatment, and we saw that need, and we're doing our best to fulfill it. This is a nonprofit group. Everyone here is volunteers, so there is no need of money in regard to it. Me personally, I don't need the position in regard to compensation. I want the position to help Portsmouth, to help Scioto County, and to be a part of the Republican Party. Because I know to be effective, all of us have to stand together to accomplish that. So it means the world to me. Our future, I mean, let's face facts. We have about 22% poverty rate right now, 30% of the people on Medicaid. We have no jobs. We need better rapport. We've been failing for years, and I don't say that to blame anybody or to put blame on anyone, but since 1977, in that time frame when I graduated, our population has continued to drop and to drop and to drop and to drop and go in the wrong direction. We need to turn this around. We need to get back into the 21st century and make some things happen, because I know all the people in this room are intelligent, they're smart, they know what they're doing, and if we pull together, we can make a difference in this city and in this wonderful county. I believe that with all of my heart. That's why I'm here. That's why I say what I say. I could say much more, but no matter what, I will tell you this. This isn't a one-time show for me. I'm in. I'm in the Republican Party, and I'm not leaving. No way. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Yvonne Hale.
Good evening. I would like to start off with introducing myself and my family. My name is Yvonne Hale. My husband Jeff and I have been married for 32 years, and we have 2 daughters, Annie and Alina. A little bit of my background: in 1996, I began my career in the legal field. Soon following that, I moved over to county government, where I currently work, and I had the opportunity to work for Scioto County prosecuting attorney, Court of Common Pleas, General Division, Juvenile and Probate Division, and I'm currently court administrator for Common Pleas, both civil and criminal division. In 2013, my husband and I established Iron Body Fitness here in Portsmouth. We didn't start off with being a full-blown small business, but we found that it grew rapidly and we were able to create jobs here. During the COVID, I believe we were the only gym in Scioto County that was able to continue to keep our doors open. That came from a lot of creativity, a lot of cutting overhead where we could, and not only our members sacrificing and our staff just being very creative to make sure that they continue to bring home a paycheck for the family. If I like this, some of the things on the agenda for myself is complete transparency. I'm stepping into this. I know that we work for you, the community. Real economic development, and I know this is a touchy subject. I know that the firm currently is at a standstill. Anyone in this community knows that one thing that we need coming into this community is small business, companies, people that are investing in our communities. We need to create a workforce for our people to stay here at work versus driving a half hour to work each way just to pay for their family. This is not a path forward for me. I actually plan to run for this position once one of the current commissioners decided to retire. I do plan to run in 2026 and then again in 2028. In fact, I've started my campaign and I've reached out to several business owners, and I've already established some financial backing for our campaign. I thank you for that, and just listen to you all candidates, what their qualifications are, and what they offer in the future, and what they look for our areas to mentor. I just pray that you consider all of that, and that you not vote out of loyalty to just an individual, but that you vote out of loyalty to our community, because we definitely need to get there. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin Johnson. Probably shouldn't tell this, Kevin, but he walked in this evening and tried to convince me that he recently changed his name to something that started with a Z, so he could go last. I wasn't buying
Well, good evening, folks. Some of you I haven't seen in a long time. Some of you I see. I don't know, can you hear me okay? Some of you I see from time to time, and it's been too long. My name's Kevin E. Johnson, if I don't know you. I have lived in Portsmouth the majority of my life. I'm a Trojan. I went to Garfield, and I went to, anyone remember Garfield? I went to Garfield, I went to Wilson, I went to Highland, all the schools that are closed down now. Graduated from PHS and St. Louis County Joint Vocational School. I'd like to tell a story. I'm a real person. We have real problems, just like our county has problems. Our families face the opioid issues. We've had loved ones face those. We faced unemployment issues. We face all the things that all families have faced here in Scioto County. And you know, the beauty of Scioto County is that people come together. We all come together. I was asked when I was on city council, when I interviewed for the city council job, I was asked, what is our greatest resource? I didn't have to think about it. Our greatest resource is you, the people of Scioto County. We have thousands of feet of concrete in downtown Portsmouth, known as the murals, that depicts thousands of years of a community that comes together through floods, through economic hardships, through all the problems. We stand together. It's the resolve of you, the folks of Scioto County. So that's why tonight I want the job of the next Scioto County Commissioner. I want to work with our current commissioners. Commissioner Pound, Commissioner Davis, I would be honored to work with you to continue in our county because we have so much to offer. We have so much for the youth. We have, people say so many times, we don't have anything for the young people. Yes, we do. We have you. We have people that can lead our young people. We need to continue to work together. I want to acknowledge tonight to Commissioner Coleman's family and express my condolences, my heartfelt condolences, my prayers for our family. Commissioner Coleman, I first met her when I was mayor of the city. By the way, I did get to serve 2 terms as councilman for the city of Portsmouth. I served as mayor. I was there about 10 years, I believe. And I met Commissioner Coleman when I was mayor of the city. There was a lot of talk that there was ill will, hard feelings, that the county and the city weren't working together. So Commissioner Coleman and I sit down with another council person. We have lunch. You know, it's hard to have a bad relationship when you're eating with somebody. When you're sitting at the table and you're eating, it's hard to have a bad relationship. So we got together with the other council members and with other commissioners, and we started eating and just talking about problems that affected the county and the city. We work together. And if I'm chosen to be your county commissioner, that's what I want to work to do. I want to work to reach across the table and work with everybody. You think we're going to have to do that in city council? Sometimes study the policies and the politics of my fellow councilmen. We have to reach across the table and work together. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I bring to the table, the ability to work with others. And that's what we're going to need to do. I'm going to tell you tonight, we are very honored. 1 minute already? Wow, time goes fast. We have the opportunity to select from 12 people, I believe it is. 12 people will serve this county. Let me take the last few seconds and let's put our hands together for those people that want to serve our county tonight. Because no matter who you choose, you're going to choose a winner. We've got a great field of candidates. I want to wish them all the best of luck. Whoever you choose tonight, committee people, I'm behind them 100%. Thank you for letting me speak tonight. God bless you.
I did? I want to like that. I got 2 songs.
Next up, we have Stephen Will Long. Will.
Good evening, everyone. Many of you know me already, not just by name, but by action. I've stood beside you, served with you, and worked hard for the values you all share as Republicans. I'm not here tonight to make lofty promises. I'm here to tell you what I've done and why I'm ready to serve as the next county commissioner. Right now, with everything our county is facing, economic uncertainty, rate that feels just out of reach, we can't afford to take chances. We need leadership that we can trust. You've seen my character in action through my service to this committee. I've always shown up, I've always had your back, and that will not change. I moved from Somerville to Portsmouth to 7 minutes from the courthouse. I did that intentionally because I wanted to be close to the people and the decisions that matter most to our county. That proximity allows me to be fully present, engaged, and accountable. Now let me talk about what I believe sets me apart. I know how to build something from the ground up. In Ohio, only 1 in 10 startup businesses survive. I've been a part of not 1, but 2 success stories. That's not luck. That's understanding what it takes to make a business work here in Southern Ohio. And it's about more than numbers. It's about working well with others, building relationships, and knowing how to turn vision into reality. As commissioner, I bring the same mindset to the table. I fight for smart development, support small businesses, and make sure government isn't getting in the way of people trying to make a living and build a future here. I work hard for the people of Scioto County, also for employees of Scioto County. So I ask for your vote, not just to win, but to lead with integrity and purpose you've already seen from me. Together, we'll keep this county moving forward. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Lori, no.
I have no idea my shoes made this noise. Hello, friends. Some of you already know me. My name is Lori McNelly. I am, well, for the last 20 years, I've been in the public relations journalism field throughout Southern Ohio. A large chunk of that was at the Portsmouth Daily Times. I'm not affiliated anymore. Another chunk of that was at the Chillicothe Gazette in Ross County. They face very similar issues to us, so it's always been a very smooth transition. A little bit about how I came to be here. One of my earliest brushes with public service was when I was 10. And my mother, Sharon McNelly, worked for Judge Everett in Portsmouth Municipal Court. On snow days, I would go down there and spend the day. I would stamp envelopes for municipal court, because my dad was at work at AK Field, a job that's no longer around. As far as my education and job history, like the English teacher that I am, I left reading for you guys on your chairs, my resume. I am a graduate of Medford High School, go Falcons. I'm a graduate of Shawnee State, go Bears. And I'm a graduate of the Graduate School, University of Cincinnati, go Bears. One of the difficult things in my life was finding which path to go, because I really wanted to pursue the legal field, but I also had a gift for writing and communication. And the way I chose was I really found that interconnectedness fulfilled me as a person. So I went to pursue English studies at Shawnee State, and then later at the University of Cincinnati, where I got a free ride and a master's degree. I came back here and I worked at DD doing public relations, community relations, and for the last 2 years, I have been doing local news for the Portsmouth Daily Times, which just feeds my soul, finding the stories, telling the stories, communicating the needs and the purposes and the feelings and emotions of the people right here. And when I was sitting down and actually thinking, why do I want to do this? Why do I want to put my name in? Why do I want to come talk in front of, it seems like 1,000 people in this room right now, but I know it's probably 60, 50, 60. My mind went back to a quote that a good friend of mine and yours, Rodney Barnett, told me. I asked him, Rodney, why are you on all these boards? Why do you keep doing this? You said you were tired, living the good life. And he said, if I didn't think I could contribute something of value, I wouldn't do it. So that's why I'm here. I think I can contribute something of value to this county. It's time. I'm no longer obligated to newspaper ethics. I'm obligated to my own and to yours. And that's why I'm here. Some of the priorities that I would put, number one, economic development. We've got to work on that. I would be thrilled to work with Scotty and Brian on that. Partnerships with non-governmental agencies. An increase in communication with residents. I mean, I'm talking social media, digital, web pages. We need to get our stories out there. But now we're insulated and siloed. We need to spread the word so people can know how great it is to live, work, and be here. We need to work on jobs and education, remove the roadblocks so all people, all residents of Scioto County can succeed. And the phrase that's been coming back to me is that I want to honor the past and help build the future. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. Next up, we have Aaron Payne.
It is truly an honor to be in front of you this evening, and I hated that we are here under these circumstances. I know Kathy was like family to a lot of you, and everything that I have heard, she was just a wonderful lady. So our thoughts and our prayers continue to be with you and her family. I want to start off to tell a little bit about myself. My name is Aaron Payne. I'm a proud father of 4. The ages range from 8 to 18. And yes, I just had one that graduated high school, and we are moving her out this coming weekend. I'm not going to lie, this dad is struggling. It's been a little difficult. I've been on the struggle bus. Now, if it was my youngest and he was at this point, I'd be shoving him out. He's a wild child. No, I'm just kidding. But I have a beautiful wife, Emily Payne, and we've lived here our entire life. I've been in logistics almost 20 years. I started off with a $1 billion company, Old Dominion Freight Line. They're located down in Thomasville, North Carolina. I was a sales rep, they call it a solution specialist, and I managed and oversaw 350 accounts, and I was there for over 10 years. I worked at my territory, I grew my revenue, and my hard work did not go unnoticed. After about 7 years, I got a phone call from the VP of HR, and she asked me if I would be an auditor for the company. So I accepted that position. I traveled all over the country, and I would sit down with every employee of the terminal. And basically, we wanted to find out that they were operating up to the standard of service 2.0D that we were selling. But with little ones at home, man, it was rough. So I got approached to help launch a trucking company here in Scioto County. I prayed about it. I really felt like that's the direction that God wanted me to go. So I accepted that role as COO of a local trucking company. The first year we went from 1 driver to 10 trucks, 10 drivers. Second year we went from 10 trucks to 20 trucks. Going into the third year, I launched a brokerage division where we offer many different services, but one that I'm proud of is our warehousing. We have a 45,000 square foot facility that is food grade. We have another 35,000 square foot warehouse, and we also have another 15,000 square foot warehouse that all 3 warehouses are completely full. And it's from customers that I've called on for years that we're storing their material, and that's all done right here in Scioto County. So why am I here? I've been in manufacturing plants all over this country. I love to see how things are made, but I have a passion of bringing good jobs and manufacturing here to Scioto County. And I feel that with my resources, with my contacts, I can help in that. But why would they want to come here? Well, number one, we have the infrastructure right here. We have the resources. But most importantly, we have something that we can sell. And that is next day service, shipping, for these companies that want an East Coast presence. Well, what do you mean? Well, I'm doing that right now. Just this week, we was able to deliver freight next day to Dallas, Texas, to Chicago, Illinois, to Linden, New Jersey. We can also get to Florida next day. And that is huge. And that is something that these companies want. And I think the commissioners has done a fabulous job partnering with SSU. And I think that I can work great with both of these gentlemen and work together to get manufacturing plants that are geared toward Shawnees what they're graduating. And so my brother-in-law graduated from the plastics program. He couldn't find a job around here. So he had to go to North Canton, and he still resides here today. But wouldn't it be awesome for those kids that are graduating, if they wanted to stay here, that we would have them a place that they could go to work? So I think that would be awesome if we could continue that. But I've been on the sales, I've also been in operations, and I think that I would be a great candidate because I work well with the guys. But number one, I know how to hire the right people for the right job. I have put together teams, I have led teams, and I know how to sell. And I just thank each and every one of you guys for the opportunity to come here and speak with you this evening. I want to leave you with this one thing. Remember, no pain, no gain. God bless Scioto County and the state of Ohio. Thank you very much.
How do you spell that? Pain? Okay. All right, thank you, Aaron. Paul Rideout, you're up next.
Good evening, Republican Central Committee members, fellow citizens, and honored guests. My name is Paul Rideout Jr., and I stand before you tonight not as a politician, but as a public servant. Someone who has spent the last 25 years answering the call when things go wrong. I'm a paramedic, a first responder, and most importantly, a proud member of this community. For a quarter of a century, I've been riding in the front seat of an ambulance, responding to emergencies, helping people in the worst moments. I've been there at 3 a.m. when a mother was scared for her child, when your senior citizen lay alone with no one else to call, or when an addiction threatened to take another life. I've seen the truth of this coming, not from behind a desk or filtered through data, but face to face, one call at a time. I'm running for county commissioner because I believe we can do better. I believe that leadership should come from those who've done the work, seen the needs firsthand, and ready to roll up their sleeves. Not from career politicians who spent more time campaigning than serving. I'm not here to talk at you. I'm here to stand with you. Because this vote isn't about politics, it's about people. Let me share with you the clear reason why I believe I'm the right person to serve as your next county commissioner. I have firsthand knowledge of the challenges of this community faces. I have read about our county problems in reports. I've lived them alongside you. I've responded to calls in neighborhoods across the county, seen the effects of addiction up close, comforted those who slipped through the cracks, and helped families during the darkest hours. I've seen where the system works and where it absolutely doesn't. That kind of direct experience gives me not just insight, but urgency. I won't need a learning curve or a consultant to tell me what is broken. I already know, and I'm ready to fix it. I've known how to lead under pressure. For 25 years, I've made split-second decisions that affected people's lives. And in that time, I've learned how to stay calm, focused, and effective, especially when pressure is highest. That's the kind of leadership our county government needs. Not grandstanding, not panic, just clear-headed action based on facts and priorities. I've built trust on the front lines by working as a part of a team. And I'll bring the same mindset to every meeting, every vote, and every policy. I believe in investments, not just spending. I've seen firsthand how government waste can hold communities back, and how underfunded critical services like infrastructure, workforce training, emergency response, and education can stifle economic growth. Strong roads, safer neighborhoods, and healthier communities aren't just good policy. They're foundations of job creation and local business success. Our citizens deserve better than broken systems and bloated budgets. I'll take a practical, boots-on-the-ground approach to every dollar we spend, focusing on investments that unlock opportunity, attract business, and support working families. My goal isn't to grow government, it is to make a smarter engine for economic development. At the end of the day, I'm not running for office because I need a title. I'm running because I've already spent my life serving the county. I've walked the streets, I've heard its pain, and I've seen its potential. And I believe it deserves leadership that's grounded, hands-on, and laser-focused on results. I don't come with you fancy political slogans or flashy promises. What I bring is something the county needs more than ever: authenticity, accountability, and action. I'm a paramedic, a neighbor, a father. I'm someone who believes that public service is not about power, it's about people. It's about making things better today so tomorrow is safer, stronger, and more secure for every family in the county. So if you want a commissioner who shows up, listens, and understands what's really going on, and who's ready to serve on day one, I humbly ask for your trust, your support, and your vote. My name is Paul Rideout Jr. I've spent my career running towards the problem, and I'm ready to do the same in office. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless this great county.
Thank you, Paul. Next up, we have Susan Salmons.
Good evening. My name is Susan Salmons. I was raised here, I built my family here, and I serve here. And most of you already know what I stand for. But tonight, I want to talk to you about what I've already done and what I'm ready to do next. I didn't apply for this appointment hoping to step into politics. I'm already in it. I ran a grassroots campaign, won a contested election, and now serve as a member of the Valley Local School Board, where I'm responsible for overseeing a budget of over $30 million this fiscal year. That's more than the county's entire general fund. So fiscal oversight, hard decisions, and public accountability, that's not new to me. In my current elected role, I had to navigate open meetings laws, financial reporting requirements, and Robert's rules, while also handling public communication in both calm and crisis. I've authored policy, drafted legislation, and demanded accountability from agencies and other public officials alike. I know what it means to take a vote that matters, even when it costs me personally. I'm not here to play political games. I don't owe political favors, and I won't flinch when the fight gets hard. Scioto County is at a crossroads, and this isn't a moment to hand out titles. It's a moment to bring leadership that's ready on day one. This county is full of good people, people who still believe in the truth, people who are ready for moral courage, and who deserve principled leadership. There are big opportunities on the table. All Ohio Future Fund dollars to bring manufacturing to Scioto County. Broadband expansion through BEAD and Robin funds. Economic growth through SOPA and the new Community Improvement Corporation. If we leverage them smartly and with unity. As one of the counties hit hardest by the opioid crisis, Scioto County is also eligible for Region 9 opioid settlement funds. We need to ensure that those dollars do not get buried in bureaucracy, but are directed to real, local Republican recovery efforts. As crime rises and addiction cycles persist, the public needs to know that we're not just checking boxes. We're rebuilding the guardrails of our community through accountability, prevention, and strong family policy. I will continue to protect children through policy, funding, and programs that build up families, not impose top-down ideology. That's my record, and that's my pledge. I've already started reviewing the county financial data and budgets. I've begun identifying spending trends, flagging gaps in transparency, and looking for areas where the budget doesn't reflect the county's real priorities. I believe transparency is non-negotiable, and I'm a firm believer that forcing transparency to ensure that every public dollar is visible, traceable, and accountable to the people who earned it. At the end of the day, this isn't about resumes. It's about readiness. I've governed under pressure. I've taken hard votes. I've stood up for families. And I've proven I'll do the work, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's not. If you entrust me with this seat, I won't use it to blend in. I'll use it to lead clearly, boldly, and with the conviction that this county deserves. I would be honored to earn your support, not because I love the idea of politics, but because I love this place. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. Next up, we have Mark Smith.
Thank you, Kevin. I'd like to thank God for the opportunity to be here and the committee for giving me the opportunity to speak about possibly becoming county commissioner. I'm going off the docket of what I really plan to say, but as I've sat and listened to the people here tonight, I've heard many people talk about many things, and they're all good people, and they're all good things. I mean, I heard someone say, hey, I served on city council. I understand that. I served on village council in Southwestern, went on council when we were in fiscal watch, and we were about to go broke because we couldn't pay for the sewage system we had. When I went off council, we had got the sewage system in the name of the county, we were off fiscal watch, and we were back in sound financial shape. And then when people say, hey, I served on the school board, I'm serving on the school board. I served 12 years on the school board. 12 years, and when I went on the school board, once again, we weren't in great financial shape, but after 12 years, we built 2 buildings and came out in solid financial shape. And none of that was done by me. It was done by the whole group. It takes a whole group. You're one vote in that situation. And it takes a whole group to come in and say, hey, so you've got to pull those people together to get them to follow you. You can't run them away. You've got to pull them together. I've heard people talk about being firefighters, EMT. I've been a firefighter or EMT for 40 years. I've seen stuff for 40 years. And as a matter of fact, my phone's going off right now saying I should be on an ambulance run, but I'm here talking to you. And so, I've been there. I've heard people talk about businesses. I had a small business. So I would stack my accomplishments up against anyone here, but I'm sure all of you would stack yours up against mine too. So we're all good. There's good people in here trying to get this job and trying to get into the commissioner's seat. But there has to be something that tips the scale for you to go across and say, okay, this is the person I want to vote for. And I'm going to contend to you that it should be loyalty. I've been working in the Republican Party since the mid-1980s. A lot of you weren't even born yet. In the mid-1980s, I was working on campaigns. And I've worked on campaigns when this county was a Democratic county and it's called Farm Rife territory. And we flipped it, and now it's a Republican stronghold. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of being part of that. I'm proud of the fact that I have purchased tables for the Lincoln Day banquet, that I have been a part of the Century Club, that I have been worked at the Republican headquarters and the fair booths. And I'm proud of the fact that I'm there. And people say, hey, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here from now on. Where were you at before? I mean, you know, we've been doing this stuff for a long time. And you've lived in this county for a long time. Where have you been? I know you're busy. We're all busy. But that is the thing that you have to do if you want to see things happen. And I believe that loyalty should stand for something. And I'm hoping that loyalty will push me over the top with the people that we got, because they're all good candidates. Not one is a bad candidate. I hope that pushes me over the top to get your vote. I'd love to have your vote. And I'm not going to promise you that I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, because I know there's 3 commissioners. It takes a couple votes to get things done. But what I am going to promise you is I will always try to do the right thing. Now, I'm not going to tell you I always do the right thing, because I'm human and I can make a mistake. But I will always try to do the right thing. And I thank you for this opportunity, and I hope that I've said enough and pushed enough to help you understand that I'm the person that you can vote for that's going to do the job as county commissioner. Thank you. God bless Scioto County. God bless the great state of Ohio. And God bless the United States of America.
Next up, we have Jim Turner.
It's not one of my favorite things in life, but I know Captain Tony very well. I'm a very good friend of the Coleman family. I'm Jim Turner, resident of Scioto County for 78 years, now township trustee for 8 years. I'm a Mason, run the lodge. I'm an elk, a veteran, serving 8 years in the Army, 2 years active service, 4 years inactive, 1 year National Guard. I was born and raised in Scioto County all my life, based in now township. Born in Republic, as like my entire family. I am a local business owner for 34 years in the building material business, bringing low prices to our county. Asking what I can do for Scioto County is what the citizens want me to do, and I will try to perform these duties as they ask. I can operate any equipment that the county drives if needed. I will work emergencies or when needed. I will be available 6 days a week to answer anyone's questions, or if they call, I will return the calls. I'm not a big speaker, but I am a businessman in Scioto County. A lot of people know me. I'm how I build a surplus. I've done low prices in Scioto County, and I'm willing to work as hard as I can to be a county commissioner. I thank y'all.
All right, next up we have Mark Ward. Unfortunately, I received a text from him a little bit ago that he is not able to be here this evening. I just checked with him to see where he was at. He's still a good 45 minutes away. But he did ask me to share this with you tonight, and I do think it is appropriate for me to do so. He says, if you could just, of course, he apologizes first for not being able to make here this evening. It's his work, as they held him over late, is why he couldn't be here. And he says, if you could just tell the people, tell the committee, that for circumstances beyond my control, at this time, I cannot run for office in Scioto County. And I'll read that again. If you could just tell the committee that for circumstances beyond my control, at this time, I cannot run for office in Scioto County. And I promised him that I would share that with you. And I think I'd say that is appropriate. So that does conclude our list of candidates, and I think they just all deserve it. I know you will agree with me that it's a great group. What a great group, and they with merit just said it. All good choices. So now it's up to you, committee. So we will. Actually, I need to ask first. Just remember, did we have any committee members come in during the speeches that's going to be voting with? I don't see the sheriff come in. So all right, we got 2 back there. All right. So, all right. You got one. So that makes 56. Yeah, Diane and Melinda sit back there. And so it would be 56. So that's 28 is half. That means what's our magic number? It would be 29. 29. Everybody agree with that? So I will sit down, committee. We'll turn it over to Rebecca here as soon as we're all ready here at the tables. And she will go through the roll. Again, we just ask you when your name is called, if you would just tell us as loud and clear as you can who your choice is for this appointment. I'm ready for you.
This is gonna be this is gonna take a moment, a little slower pace, so we have time to write the names down. So when I call your name, I want you to tell me who you vote for. Laura Davis. Merritt Smith. Daniel D. Littell.
Yvonne Hayes.
Rebecca Clark. Will Moore. Gary Jenkins.
Kevin Johnson.
Mark Hunter.
Merritt Smith.
Tim Angel.
Merritt Smith.
Brady Womack.
Wilmore.
Mike Bennett.
Merritt Smith.
Stephen Moon.
Wilmore.
Chris Knapp.
Will Malt.
Kelly Hunter.
Will Malt.
Mike Payton.
Will Malt.
Diana Hiles.
Abstain.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Abstain.
Merritt Smith.
Merritt Smith.
Mike Allard.
Merritt Smith.
Brandy Zimmerman. Julia Gearhart. Don Hammond.
Kevin
Kevin. Kevin Kraft.
Merritt Smith.
Darren Oliver.
Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Gilbright.
Will Malt.
Connie Butters.
Merritt Smith.
Keith Otward.
Will Malt.
David Otward.
Will Malt.
Sorry, I have a single set of papers. Joseph Zuli.
Smith.
Randy Rucker.
Aaron Payne.
Brian Davis.
Javon Hill.
Brian Caesar.
Javon Hill.
Dale Goodwin.
Merritt Smith.
Blaine Goodwin.
Merritt Smith.
Cindy Newman. Melinda Lambert. Courtney LeBrun. Terry Coon. Nathan Davis. Oh, I'm sorry, I had him marked up. Adam Jones.
Will Malt.
Chad Zaire.
Will Hill.
Richard Craycraft.
Kevin Johnson.
I'm sorry? Johnson. Kenneth Eastville.
Merritt Smith.
Russ Porter.
Stephen Will Malt.
Eric Horsley.
Merritt Smith.
Andy Copley.
Will Hill.
Sean Stratton.
Javon Hill.
Mike Davis.
Mary Smith.
Donna Daniel.
Aaron Queen.
Jennifer Johnson.
Don Hale.
Beth Malone.
Karen Smith.
Lloyd Eichenlaub.
Yvonne Hill.
David Eaton. Aaron Lilly. Richard Duncan.
Kevin Turner.
I'm sorry. Carter. Karen Queen. Dane Maple. That was an abstain. Sandra Belford.
Merritt Smith.
Alex Moore.
Mary Smith.
George Crum. Anna Davis.
Stephen Hall.
That concludes our voting. Give us a moment, please, as we tally.
I have your attention as well. They're just totally theirs. Takes a little longer for them to get their total than Alex and I. But I just wanted to take a minute and thank, I'm not going to name you all, but thank many of you for helping this evening. Sun right early to set up chairs. Certainly thank Ken Law from Daddy's for refreshments this evening. So many of you have called me and offered help, offered prayers as well. And thank all that. And certainly want to thank my officers here, fellow officers. We did communicate a lot over the last few days. We all very much wanted to get this right and wanted to do this well. And I want to thank them, especially during this time here as well. So we'll have the confirmed results right here. we've got your totals. I'll just go ahead and read down, I'll just read all of them that got votes. Kevin Clausing, 2 votes. Yvonne Hale, 9. Kevin E. Johnson, 3. Stephen Will Malt, 13. Aaron Payne, 2. Merritt Smith, 23. And Jim Turner, 1. So, in agreement with what we're going to do is our process, we're going to take the top 4, and then we'll be, no one got, what was our new number? 28, 29, thank you, 29. And no one received 29, so we will vote again. This time, though, only 4 votes, or 4 people. You should consider one of these 4 people. Those 4 would be Yvonne Hale, Kevin E. Johnson, Stephen Will Malt, and Merritt Smith. I would suggest if you want to maybe circle those on your card there, Yvonne Hale, Kevin E. Johnson, Stephen Will Malt, and Merritt Smith. Those are the 4 that are advancing to the second round. So, give us just a second. You can call the roll another time.
Okay, once again, I'll call your name. Please tell me who of the 4 you wish to vote for. Yes. It is Yvonne Hale, Kevin Johnson, Stephen Will Malt, and Merritt Smith. Laura Davis, how do you vote?
Merritt Smith.
Dan DeLotel.
Yvonne Hale.
Rebecca Clark. Will Malt. Gary Jenkins.
Kevin E. Johnson.
Mark Hunter.
Merritt Smith.
Tim Angel.
Merritt Smith.
Brady Womack.
Will Malt.
Mike Bennett.
Merritt Smith.
Stephen Will Malt. Chris Nett.
Will Malt.
Kelly Hunter.
Will Malt.
Mike Payton.
Will Malt.
Merritt Smith.
Merritt Smith.
Mike Allard.
Merritt Smith.
Brandy Zimmerman. Julia Gearhart. Don Hammond.
Will Malt.
Kevin Crum.
Merritt Smith.
Darren Oliver.
Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Gilbride.
Will Malt.
Connie Boyers.
Merritt Smith.
Keith Outward.
Will Malt.
David Outward.
Will Malt.
Justin Bazuli. Randy Recker.
Will Malt.
Brian Davis.
Yvonne Hale.
Brian Cheever.
Yvonne Hale.
Dale Didway.
Smith.
Elaine Didway. Cindy Newman. Courtney LeBrun. Carrie Coon. Adam Jones.
Will Malt.
Chad Sayre. Richard Craycraft. Kenneth Easton.
Merritt Smith.
Russ Porter.
Stephen Will Malt.
Eric Horsley.
Merritt Smith.
Andy Coakley.
Yvonne Hale.
Sean Stratton.
Yvonne Hale.
Mike Davis.
Merritt Smith.
Donna Daniel. Jennifer Johnson,
Yvonne Hale.
Beth Malone,
Here, sped.
Lord Eichenbaum,
Yvonne Hill.
David Uterman, Earl Lilly, Richard Duncan, Terry Payne, Sandra Belford,
Merritt Smith.
Alex Moore, George Crum, and Anna Davis. Once again, give us a moment to tally votes.
While they're doing that, I mean, just take a minute to mention a couple other things coming up. Of course, we have the county fair. Scioto County Fair begins on Monday. Y'all know we have our fair booth out there. We are still looking for some workers for Wednesday. All shifts on Wednesday of next week at our fair booth. You can see me, let me know if you can come out and help us on those. Office holders and candidates, remember we've got a radio spot on Thursday afternoon and Friday afternoon that we have live on the radio. So I hope that you all will let me know what time you want to be there to talk live on the radio. It's 3 to 4 o'clock on Thursday and Friday. And one other thing I'll just go ahead and mention while I just have a second. Our next regularly scheduled meeting is Tuesday, August 12th. So just keep that in mind. Of course, we'll be reminding you about that. Okay, so we have all the results from that voting round, and the four individuals had Yvonne Hale with 11 votes, Kevin E. Johnson with 2 votes, Stephen Will Malt with 16 votes, Merritt Smith with 24 votes, so no one has reached that 29 vote total yet. So we will vote one more time. So your top 2 vote getters will move to this next round. Of course, those are Stephen Will Malt and Merritt Smith. So that's Will and Merritt are going to be the 2. You're going to be voting for one of those 2 on this third round. So whenever Rebecca's ready, you can come up and call the roll to vote this last round.
Round 3. Here we go. Okay, your 2 choices are Stephen Will Malt and Merritt Smith. Starting again at the top, Laura Davis, how do you vote?
Merritt Smith.
Dan Littell, how do you vote?
Merritt Smith.
Rebecca Clark, Will Malt. Gary Jenkins,
Merritt Smith.
Mark Hunter,
Merritt Smith.
Tim Angel,
Merritt Smith.
Brady Womack.
Will Malt.
Mike Bennett.
Merritt Smith.
Stephen Moult.
Will Malt.
Chris Neff.
Will Malt.
Kelly Hunter.
Will Malt.
Mike Payton.
Will Malt.
Merritt Smith.
Merritt Smith.
Mike Allard.
Merritt Smith.
Brandy Zimmerman. Julia Gerhardt. Don Hammond.
Will Malt.
Kevin Kraft.
Merritt Smith.
Darren Oliver.
Will Malt.
Kevin Gilbride.
Will Malt.
Connie Boyers.
Merritt Smith.
Keith Outward.
Will Malt.
David Outward.
Will Malt.
Justin Bazili.
Smith.
Randy Rucker.
Will Malt.
Brian Davis.
Merritt Smith.
Brian Caesar.
Will Malt.
Dale Digway.
Smith.
Dwayne Digway.
Merritt Smith.
Cindy Newman. Courtney LeBrun. Carrie Coon. Adam Jones.
Will Malt.
Chad Sayer.
Merritt Smith.
Richard Craycraft.
Merritt Smith.
Kenneth Easton.
Merritt Smith.
Russ Porter.
The one and only Stephen Will Malt.
Eric Horsley.
Merritt Smith.
Andy Copley.
Merritt Smith.
Sean Stratton.
Merritt Smith.
Mike Davis.
Merritt Smith.
Donna Daniel. Jennifer Johnson. Beth Malone. Lloyd Eichenlaub.
Merritt Smith.
David Newton.
Merritt Smith.
Harold Lilly.
Will Malt.
Richard Duncan.
Merritt Smith.
Karen Queen. Sandy Belford. Alex Moore. George Crump.
Merritt Smith.
Anna Davis. That concludes our third round. Give us a moment, please, to tally.
Which one is Merritt Smith up there? In the front row. He's in the front row?
Will Malt.
I see it here. I know.
Smith, I believe, is the second row, fourth from the end.
So Justin Pizzuli's there.
Two from Justin Pizzuли.
So balding in the back? They're both balding in the back, but the more bald guy in the back? That's Will Malt.
I'm looking at it.
Is that guy in the black jacket? That's Will Malt. But that's Smith. That's Smith right here. Okay, Smith is right there. Okay. I came all the way from Claremont County to see you get elected. If you could give me a word afterwards, I'd appreciate it. All right?
All right, your attention. I would like to call Commissioner Merrick Smith to the microphone.
They told me no longer than an hour. I'll keep this short. I'll go 45 minutes. I'd like to thank the committee for the opportunity to be here and all the contestants that were involved in this. I mean, it was a good, I meant that when I said it a while ago, a good bunch of people and good qualifications. And I applaud every one of you for putting in and going through the process. And as I said earlier, the thing that I will tell you that I will promise to always try to do what's right. I'll make careful decisions when I make decisions, and my hope is that the decisions I make are right. I can make a mistake every now and then. I hope I continue to make right decisions. And I meant this when I talked about Louisville. Those that were involved with this, last time when we had the commissioner issue, and we had to replace somebody, Scotty Powell and I were down to the last two. And he beat me. And I could have easily walked away and said, hey, I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to do anything else. But instead, I worked on his campaign, and I worked on other campaigns here. And I hope that each one that was involved would do the same thing, get involved. And I promise you, I will work for the good side of the county. You know, we're here because we have to replace Kathy, and that's never a good thing. And we'll never replace Kathy doing the things that Kathy did, because Kathy had her passions. She had the things that she cared about. You know, she cared about kids. She cared about disabled kids. She cared about veterans. She cared about those kids. She cared about Scioto County. And I hope that I can step up and care as much as she has. You know, there's programs out there that she was very involved in. The True Lord track program. She was involved with that. She really liked that because it helped disabled kids and disabled veterans. And so, you know, I hope that along the way I can be half of the commissioner that she was in passion for Scioto County, because she had that passion for Scioto County, and she had that passion for all the things that the Republican Party does. And I hope that I can be there. I hope that I can do those things. And I know that, you know, I know Scotty and I know Brian, I can work with both of them, and hopefully we will be able to move things ahead in Scioto County. Thank you so much for your support.
So don't run off just yet. Julia's got the required paperwork. He has to sign accepting the appointment. They're taking care of that right now. Judge Kuhn, where are you at? We're going to ask you to come up. As soon as he signs this, we're going to ask Judge Kuhn to swear in our new commissioner. So we'll take care of that. And again, more thanks. Just want to thank all of you committee. I think just what a great turnout. What a great turnout of the committee. Such an important job that we had to do here this evening. I'm really grateful that you all took it seriously as well. And just thank all of our visitors, all of our guests for being here as well. And certainly thank again all of our candidates. And thank you so much for being willing to step up and serve your county. Are you ready? All right.
I don't know. Again, Mike again. That's pretty good. If you handed me mine. But I do. Before we do this, Judge, I want to say, Judge Kuhn, when I worked at juvenile court, he came in as an intern, working. Actually, he was in high school. He was working as an intern, and I saw him work through that. I saw him become a lawyer and practice in juvenile court when I was there. And then I also got to vote on when we recommended him for the prosecutor's job and for the judgeship that he has now. So I appreciate Judge Kuhn and see you grow up in this, and thankful for what you've done and where you've gone.
Mr. Smith, raise your right hand for me, please. Repeat after me. I, Merrick Smith.
I, Merrick Smith.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the State of Ohio.
And the Constitution of the State of Ohio.
I will faithfully discharge the duties.
And I will faithfully discharge the duties.
Of Scioto County Commissioner.
Of Scioto County Commissioner.
To which office I've been appointed.
To which office I've been appointed.
To the best of my ability.
To the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
He's a politician now. I better grab that microphone. Right. I appreciate that. Right. Central Committee, meeting adjourned. Thank you so much.
Okay.